position. Bridge is another really great way to work on the core stability and to layer on the effort from the deep muscles to the more superficial muscles. So get to where your feet are flat. The knees, the feet might be a little bit more further down the mat than your knees are. They don't have to be stacked on top of each other necessarily for what we're doing here. But I do want you to be thinking about gently pressing the back of the head down and pressing the shoulder blades down. So you really are engaging the upper body as well as the lower body. We're going to take your breath in. On the exhale, gently tighten Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor, and start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. So here, there's lots of options. I want you to really be firmly pressing down with your shoulder blades. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands together underneath the body and press down even more firmly. See if you can just enjoy the positioning here as the feet are pressing down, the shoulders are pressing down. And then take one more breath here. We're going to come up onto the toes on the inhale, and we're going to gently tighten Mula Bandha first, and then roll down the spine one vertebrae at a time until you come all the way down and rest in a neutral spine position. Heels come down. Feet a little wider here, and we'll windshield wiper your knees from side to side. This is your rest position, your counter pose, if you will, for all the efforts that we put forth during the bridge pose. When you're ready, we'll come back to center. You can do exactly what we did last time, but I'm going to take you just a little further for those of you who want to join me. We'll take a breath in, breathe out, gently squeeze pelvic floor and lift up. And then from here, really feeling the integration of the feet, we're going to power up that right leg a little bit more and see if your left leg can lift up just a little bit. And then come back down. Might get a little Charlie horse in your hamstrings here. We're going to power up the left leg, get Mula Bandha involved, and bring your right knee up. A little bit of a march here, coming back down, come up on the toes, and roll down the spine one vertebrae at a time. And then we'll take the feet wide and we'll windshield wiper from side to side. Remember that your body tells you where your limits are, and that anytime I ask you to do something that doesn't feel good, doesn't resonate with you, there's always options. There's always options to not participate. There's options to get into a different pose or different position that feels more meaningful to you. Now take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to gently squeeze Mula Bandha, and we're going to lift the hips up. Press down with the feet. Press down with the shoulders to really get that back sling of muscles going. Mula Bandha contracts. We're going to press a little bit more with the right foot, bring the left knee up, and bring the right arm up, almost like a running position. The arm can be bent at the elbow. See if you can stay here for one more breath. And then we'll exhale, bring that right arm down, left foot down, power up the left leg, right knee bends, left arm comes up, or sort of this running man position, lower back down, Come up on the toes, and we'll go down the vertebrae all the way down to the mat. Bring the feet wide. We windshield wiper from side to side. There's some breath, noticing release of tension. And then we're going to do one more where we move through the sequence just a little bit faster. Remember, staying in a well-performed bridge can be just as good as these more advanced poses. So take your breath in, breathe out, gently squeeze Mula Bandha as we lift up. We press down through feet and arms to really feel that bridge. And then if you want to go a little further with us, we're going to press down onto the right. We're going to inhale up, exhale down. Right leg, left arm lifts up, comes down. Left leg, right arm up and down. Right leg, left arm up and down. And we'll go one more time. Just doing that sort of a inverted running man, if you will. Really work on getting the posterior elements of the spine and legs and hips working. Rolling down the spine. We'll come all the way down and bring the knees into the chest, making some circles with the knees one direction. And then we'll go back the other direction. Just noticing the rest after all of that work. Notice where the breath feels like it needs to go here. And then we're going to take your hands behind the knees and come into our sort of happy baby position with the knees nice and wide. Go ahead and take your right arm and with the elbow inside the right knee, see if you can grab the outside of the right foot. Now, if that's not happening for you, you can still leave the arms underneath the knees and just pull into this really nice squatting position. But we're going to take the left arm, left elbow inside the left knee, left hand grabs the outside of the right foot. And there's a connection here between arms and knees. So if your hands are holding, you can find that connection with your hands and your legs, where there's a little bit of a pressing in of the knees and a pressing out with the arms. So it really helps to stabilize the position. So again, we're doing an upside down squat. So the same principles would apply if you were in a upright squat. And between all that effort, see if you can find the breath. And maybe even see if you can find a movement of Mula Bandha, a contraction of the pelvic floor that works on the exhale. Talk you through that. So inhale to release. Exhale, gently squeeze pelvic floor.